Welcome students of Form 1. We're still talking about self-esteem and self-image. Imagini nos mes y valora di nos mes. And the words of the last video were discuss, discutir, discussing, nos está discutir es aquí. What are we discussing? Que nos discutir? Discuss the factors that influence, die influencia, a positive or negative self-image. We talked about aprecio, valoración de nos mes, our positive or negative self-image, and the self-esteem that is connected to that. And we're going to continue in this video with ego. Ego, the imes, a me. So ego is the self. It's a little bit philosophical, a little bit more difficult. So let's look at what's above. And this is also in your book in paragraph 4. Paragraph 4 di capítulo 1. Ego. As human beings, we are able to recognize ourselves as separate individuals. Let's get the pen out. As human beings, we are able to recognize ourselves as separate individuals. So we're not only Yuri Corsell, we're not only Dutch people, like I am, we're not only part of a basketball team or a baseball team, not only boys or girls, nos está também gente individual. We are individual people. Individual people with their own personal characteristics, shy, studious, open, and our physical characteristics, the color of our eyes, the color de nosso onan, the color de nosso cabelo, what's it called again? Or nos nanishi, nos boca, nos orianan. Am I saying it correctly? So we are individuals and we have a self, ta nos mes, ta un mes, un self. So nos está reconocernos mes, di gente separa, din un mundo verdad. In a habilidad aquí, the ability here is known as our ego. And the ego is closely connected, to self-esteem. Your ego has, yourself has self-esteem. Valora din nos mes, din al mes. Closely connected to ego is also the so-called ego boost. A boost, your gamers out there probably know what it is. A boost is when you get more points or energy. It's something like the ego goes up. Ta hisa, ta crece. So your ego grows in a healthy way. It's a kitabon. Un ego boost ta hopi bom. It's something that builds up our ego or self-esteem. So our ego and self-esteem becomes bigger. For instance, imagine that you're a baseball player and you just hit the home run, or you ran the home run, running on the field, or you hit the ball, and this builds up our ego or self-esteem. There's also a negative version of the ego boost, and that is the ego trip. Está un tiki negativo, ego trip aquí. Está no positivo. And what is the difference? Okay, it builds up your ego. Bo ego te crece, te wordt largo, más y más, pero it's of your self-interest. Ta pabo mes, pot haciele. Y no pa otra gente. You're doing it for yourself and not so much for other people, your family or your friends. It's like in a baseball game, when you're not playing the ball around, you're just keeping the ball for yourself. And often you wind up not bring the team further and also not yourself. So the main difference is that an ego trip is tapabomeso. It's just for yourself. Tapabomeso. Y no pa otro gente. Yeah, it's only because of yourself that you do it. While an ego boost is something that builds you up, our ego self-esteem, but not losing sight of other people. Yeah, that's the main difference. Yeah, that's why I use the sports examples as something you can relate to, I hope. Yeah, okay. I hope you found this useful.